Not only are you balling out, and not only are you balling out on a team that I said was going to win the Super Bowl, but you just made reference to you just getting back last night from a game that you played on Sunday in Kansas City. And the reason why is because you drove to, or were driven to and from that game because of what's called a resolving pneumothorax, which I've never heard of a collapsed lung being called. Walk me through what went down for you to go to and from this game, Jordan.
Yeah, I mean, it was a crazy process, honestly. I got injured in the Baltimore game, actually on the last play when I picked the ball off in the end zone. I collided with Duvernay pretty good, and I felt it instantly. Not instantly, but my adrenaline was going, but I felt it right after. I knew something was going on, so got a couple X-rays, and they call it a pneumothorax, basically a lung that just got punctured, or a bruised lung. So obviously missing the Pittsburgh game. I was trying to get back. It was frustrating. I wasn't really able to do much off, on or off the field. Just kind of you had to just let it heal on its own. So I basically just took kind of the week off, just trying to help the guys, win the game against Pittsburgh, doing what I can to coach. And then it kind of started getting better, started feeling better. I kept getting a couple scans. I had a bunch of doctors looking at it. We had a great team of doctors, man. Both our team doctors and other doctors from the teams looking at my scans, and what it was there's an air pocket that was in my in my lungs that needed to get filled up. They probably told me, it was after the Pittsburgh game, they told me I probably wasn't going to be able to fly. If I was cleared to play, I probably wasn't going to be able to fly. And everybody's asking, well, if you're not able to fly, how can you play? I asked the same exact questions. I was asking a bunch of questions throughout the week. Like I said, it was a great team of doctors. We finally came to the conclusion it was getting better. Probably it was the Tuesday before we played Kansas City this week. It had gotten significantly better, but still not enough to where the doctors felt comfortable for me to fly because of the air pressure. But I was cleared to play. And once I was cleared to play, man, I'm a ball player, so I'm trying to be out there with my teammates any way I can. We figured out a way to get me out to Kansas City, so I knew probably early on throughout the week what my situation was going to be. So I just had to really mentally prepare. It was a long drive, 15 hours. We left Friday after practice. We drove. My family, my wife, and my daughter took a trip with me. I had an awesome driver. His name is Joe. We took a Mercedes Sprinter. Left Friday after practice.
Hey.
Yeah, we mobbed to Indianapolis. Got to Indy that Friday night about 10:30. Stayed the night there. Left Saturday morning to get to Kansas City by about 4:30. Right about on time we had meetings for the team. So. Played the game and basically did the same exact thing coming back. Right after the game, we left Kansas City at about 9:30 p.m., 10 o'clock. We got to Indianapolis at about 5:36 in the morning. We stayed there till about 1:30 because everybody was tired. We were all tired at that point. We all just slept twice about 12:30, 1 o'clock on Monday, and then we mobbed the last 7 hours. We got home last night at about 11 o'clock, and that was a trip. It was one for the books, man. I mean, I'll look back on it and we'll talk about it with my family and whatnot. But it was a lot easier coming back with the victory.
Wow, what a story, Jordan Poyer. Okay, first of all, if you don't mind me saying, this is the greatest Mercedes-Benz Sprinter van phone line conversation ever. You want to talk about on brand? Secondly, let's talk about this drive here. First of all, okay, I'm a dad. How old is your daughter?
She's 5. She's an absolute trooper, dude.
Oh, my God. So you did this with a 5-year-old? That might be more challenging than a collapsed lung, man.
There was a lot of questions being asked. There was a lot of Daddy, how much longer? 5 hours. Daddy, how much longer? 4 hours, baby. Just take a nap. Daddy, how much longer? It was a lot of that. But she's a trooper, dude. She was mobbing. Like I said, it'll be a story for us to tell. My wife is taking videos and kind of documenting the whole thing.
Okay.
So it'll be, like I said, it was something that, I'll look back on and definitely be thankful that I actually had the opportunity to do that.
And we all know here on the Rich Eisen Show, a Mercedes-Benz Sprinter van is fully customizable. So did you have like TVs and stuff? Do you get like screen time going?
Yeah,
What do you got here? What do you got?
we're driving a lot of this. There was, a lot of the areas was no service. There was TVs on there, but with everything on our phones nowadays, I just downloaded a bunch of movies.
Okay.
Had the wife was download a bunch of movies on the kid's iPad, on Aaliyah's iPad. So. We kind of had the back row was a little bed area. I'll tell you what though, you did feel every bump in that van though, but it kind of rocked Aaliyah to sleep a couple times.
Love it.
But it was spacious. Not as comfortable as you would have hoped. But,
okay.
We made it work though. It was awesome.
Well, we'll edit that part out. At Jordan Poyer here. No. In all seriousness though, it is amazing that you did this. And I'm wondering, what did your teammates think of you being there in the manner in which you got there, Jordan?
I mean, at the end of the day, those are the main guys who, I'm 10 years in this league.
Yes.
I could have we have a bye week next week. I could have probably just been like, look, I don't feel comfortable. If I'm not comfortable enough to fly, I don't really feel comfortable enough to go out there and try to hit Travis Kelce, coming over the middle. So that was in my thought process. But then again, I love my teammates, man. I love these guys. And like I said, it was just another opportunity for me. And once the doctors, said that I was able to play, that kind of mentally wise, I was like, okay, well, let's just make it happen. And so, those are the guys who I wanted to go out there and ball for. And so, it was awesome to see, how much love and support I got from them. Because at the end of the day, I didn't want this to get out before the game, but it got out afterwards, and just the love and support I got from everybody, it was really cool.